Hello there, fellow humans. It's Tuesday again. Oh, glory. The game is rigged. In what way? You talking about, like, matchmaker? No, but... Talking about the shop? Oh, hell yeah. What is in here? It should just say inept. Would actually fit better. 13k for that. Gee. It's still squeezed. It's still squeezed. Unbelievable. 2 weeks later. Nobody fixed it. Look at this. No, every way imaginable. No. Blitz has 2 goals. And any video game really for that matter. It's to maximize revenue, to maximize playtime. Right? Because the more you play, the more ads they can sell, the more investments they can get, blah blah blah. So basically, what they want is to maximize your playtime and maximize the money you spend. Everything else doesn't matter. You know, whether you play well, you're happy, or I mean, obviously the happier you are, the more likely you are to play for longer. But you know, there is absolutely no reason to do anything. Because it's about money and it's about playtime. Everything else is like secondary characteristics that, sure, but they only help those two. Esports container, what's there? I don't think it's even guaranteed to drop a tank, which is wild. You have to pay 4.5k tokens for it. And another pop-up. I love pop-ups. They're so refreshing. Again, you know, what's the point? It's to make more money. That's why there's so many pop-ups. Because they'll be testing whether people leave the game when they see too many pop-ups, or just click them away, or even buy something. Right? If more people buy something than click the game away, then, well, there you go. Making moolah now. Alright. Oh, there's a dude. Somehow he hasn't been shot at yet. Take the space. And there you go. And we won this match, look at that. I mean, pretty much. It's gonna be pretty difficult to throw it. Why did that guy wait so long to shoot? That's insane. I'm gonna wait for the tracking shot. And that T63 is a awful player. Or he has like 500 ping, I don't know. Let's see. Think about the Hellcat. But, I mean, it's a paper tank, you know, so it is already, by default, going to be harder to play than other tanks. But if you just sit in the back and you hold your thing, you can do a lot of damage with it. I wouldn't really call it OP, but it's pretty good. Especially, like, the gun and the mobility, but... Oh, there we go. It's pretty difficult. Okay, so it's pretty difficult for like a paper tank to be truly OP, unless it's in the hands of a good player, right? Because even if you give the Leopard I don't know, 4,500 DPM, people are still gonna struggle with it. It's made out of paper and hope. Hello, Zen. How you doing? Alright. Their quests are back, yeah. See, everybody doing their job, everyone carrying their own weight. And here we are. Alright. Let's get the missions. Birthday tank number 2. Okay, Jagdtiger, interesting. Well, you can't request tank destroyers, but I can play one. Because I don't think I've touched this thing in a very long time. So I'm just gonna touch that. For now. Not the way another Blitz YouTuber would touch things. Whelp. Alright. I have a headache. I hope it gets better soon. But I'm good. Uh-oh. Alright. Well. Our mediums are great players, by the way. Well, one of them's AFK. I think. I think one of them's AFK, so... Okay. Oh. Lol. Oops. Oopsie doopsie. What is happening? How did I live through that? Shouldn't have. What is that? Oh, the FVE, I think it's the... I don't even know what that is. I probably have it for testing, but I don't play those tanks, so I have no damn clue. Seems to have a pew-pew gun. I mean, with the attack and other tanks like that, I think Wargaming is implementing a lot of those tiny pew-pew guns. Listen, I already used up all my luck for today, so nothing's gonna happen here. Hey, how you doing, Bears? How you doing? Uh-oh. Because I did a race in Le Mans Ultimate. I did a race in Le Mans Ultimate today, where I started in 30th place because I spun in qualifying. Because I didn't do any practice, right? Like, basically, there's a new update in Le Mans Ultimate today, and they introduced the Valkyrie. So, I was gonna drive it, but I didn't practice in it before. So I was pretty ass in qualifying, and I spun, and I damaged the car, so I couldn't get a good lap, and I started in 30th. Now, guess which place I was before the first corner, after the start. And, while we're at that, tanker quests are now a thing. Alright. 100th. No. There's only 38 cars in the race. I was 6th. From 30th to 6th. Before the first corner. Because everybody crashed. Like, it was insane. To pick above tier 7. Tier 7 and higher. Tier 7 plus. It's like tier 7 plus and higher. So yeah. Activate the list. Has to guess. Yeah, but like, can't really be 100th. There is, I think the maximum grid size is 62 in Spa. It's the absolute maximum amount of cars that can exist on a track at the same time. I watch F1. It's not F1, it's WEC. So the F1 games are terrible. The newer ones. Alright. Where we at? Hold on, can I put that in here? Media file. Yep, I can. See, this was the start. This is how it looked. Still alive, still alive, still alive. There's people spinning in front of me and behind me, and that I got through somehow. Then this clown crashed into me. Oh. Yeah, that was nuts. Why only facecam and crowdcast only? Because why not? Don't have to bother with it then. By the way, there will not be a, most likely will not be a stream on Friday. There will most likely not be a stream on Friday because I am busy otherwise. I don't watch whatever I said. All right. Let's do that. But yeah, that was it. That was insanely wacky. Because I have no idea how I survived that. Everybody else spun. And if you look in the replay, right? There were like 10 people that crashed, then drove off, and then crashed again. Because they tried to drive off at the same time and they just crashed into each other. So yeah, I mean, I lapped the guy in 12th. And I was 5th. Because another guy crashed in front of me. And I got 5th by a 10th. So I lapped the guy in 12th. And I was 5th. So that was... And I think the guy in 19th was lapped twice. Because they all had to go into the pits to repair. Because they were all broken. I had damage as well, but I could just drive on. How the hell did that hit? That did not make any sense whatsoever. At all. But yeah. Oh. It's mediums and heavies. Pushing. It's a yo physics. Yep. That was insane. I mean, I gotta say, the Limo Ultimate physics are really great. I mean, I don't like the GT3 cars at all. Except the BMW because it drives nicely. Mainly because it drives like a hypercar. Whereas like most of the GT3 cars, they drive like a boat. Like imagine racing an E100. So, I mean, I don't even know, it's... Yeah, it just doesn't even work. So, the problem is with this piece of trash camera, I have to like plug it in every time and configure it every time, so I just try to use it as little as possible because it's an absolute pain in the ass to start. It just does not work. So, yeah. Because if I do plug it in, it keeps disconnecting, so I just hear the random Windows connection sounds, right? So, yeah. How does it feel to not have any shell velocity at all? And yeah, like the camera software doesn't work, and if you plug it in all the time, it makes stupid noises. So, yeah. It is truly a trash product. But, Ain't spending money replacing it, because I don't know. Oh no. Oh, shh. What you doing, little guy? What you doing, DVD? You had the chance. You had a pretty good chance. Put him on a speedboat. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that is insane. How did they screw that up that badly? Oh, he's dead. You know when you get a hello and a yellow exclamation mark appeared, is that some sort of setting, or how come I have never seen exclamation mark? It's a crew skill. It's a crew skill that you can have. Some crew skill. I don't know what these are, but see, fire 3 shots in a row and deal damage with each shot to get a 35% chance of dealing maximum damage with the next shot. Right? This one. And obviously, if you're level 1, it's 5% chance, 10% chance, 15% chance, 20% chance, and up to 35. So basically, you will high roll if you're alpha damage, because your average. Let's go in this shell. This shell has 240 to 400 damage that it can deal. So what happens is if you pen 3 shots in a row, you have a 35% chance of it doing 400 damage. The next shell, the full shell. So it's a bit of a specific crew skill that if you have low levels and you don't hit all your shots, you will not see a lot. Yeah, it doesn't, like, if you just regularly high roll for 400, it doesn't show up. Right? If you max roll, but if the skill activates, then it shows up. Yeah. So let's see, anybody gonna take control of that hill? I mean, they have an advantage because they got 3 and we got 2, so I'll try my best to get up there. Let's hope nobody on the enemy team is gonna try and get up and counter. The Comet is AFK. Hi, Babajan, how you doing? Hello, Curtis. Oh, yeah. How you doing? I mean, it'd be a while since I actually play Blitz anymore. How you doing? Can add the project right to the list. Oh, we're not winning this one. We're not winning this one. Good. I'm good too. I'm not really playing Blitz anymore though. Just for like stream and video. So I'm mostly sim racing now if I play games. Now we're gonna lose this match, of course, because that VK just pushed into a dead space, right, where he had no cover from teammates. Like we have a tank destroyer back there, you know. We have a tank destroyer back there, so I have no idea why that VK pushed forward into them like that. Like all he has to do is fight at the rock and have the WZ, which is a great tank destroyer, probably the most worthy tier 8 tank destroyer that I would ever recommend, back there covering. Right? But oh, pff, lol. Tiger has armor. Pretend armor. Hi Goose, how you doing? They play when fun game modes come around. Yeah, valid. Hi Apple. Yeah, I am cooked. I already used up all my luck. I already used up all my luck. I already used up all my luck. I mean, if we're at it, I can show you again what happened while used up all my luck. This is what happened. I was playing Le Mans Ultimate. This is the start. I was starting 30th, right? And yeah. They're all dead, they're all dead, they're all dead. And I lived, and then I'm in 8th now, I'm 7th, and then this guy hits me. And now I have a damaged front the entire race. Just look at that. That is proper carnage, right? If you have terrible teams in Blitz, just remember that won't happen to you in Blitz. Because in Blitz, the worst that can happen is a 1v14. That was a 1v38. Could have been so bad these days. Yes, because Wargaming doesn't value player quality, they just value player revenue. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Reject this offer. It will not be available again. This is predatory marketing perfection. Right? 80% off. $5.99. You got the fake price here. You got the crates. You've got them in gold, right? Gold signifies royalty and value. Right? That's why the currency is also gold. That's why the, like, legendary, you know, you have this, like, you have the pillow, you know, which signifies, again, royalty associated with something important. You got the gold accents everywhere, you know, it's like, it's something important and it's discounted and you can only have it right now. It's basically just emotional manipulation sold as pricing. So, yeah. Great bargain. I mean, that's, again, it already subconsciously, if you read that, if you read a great bargain, that already subconsciously tells you, oh, it's a great bargain. If you don't think, boom, you buy. Even though it's obviously awful, because, in fact, let's find out. Because this is, I have not bought anything in this game for over 20 months, but I do get, because I'm a CSE for Wargaming, I don't know how I still am, I get gold every month, so I can do this and not bother with it. But as you can clearly see, the value that you get, I got a worthless avatar, right? The value that you get out of this is essentially non-existent, right? You got 5 credit boost for XP. There's little tiny things, you know, that don't really do much. You know, I get 120, well, 240 gold back if I win 10 tier 10 matches. Right? So, yeah. The value that you get, 5k gold just there, is non-existent. It's probably like 2k gold maximum return value. And that's how that gambling works, right? You play with the hope of winning, but you always lose. Even if you win, you lose. The only way to really win is to never play. Is it just me, or is like hella sluggish? Like, really slow. Feels really slow. And it does feel really slow. Oh, okay, that's the problem. I was thinking, why is nobody countering? But our TVP is a dumbass. have to give up map control here. The Patton's just gonna chase me, you know? The Batshot's not doing anything. Look at how much map control they just been gifted. Now the TP, I have no idea what he's doing. Now I'm dead. Pretty much. Just that 183 does 183 things, and I can finish off this guy. Oh, what the hell. Can I reload in time? 8, 7, nope, can't. If I had the reload time, I could peek him on the reload, but not happening. Oh, thanks 777 for screwing up. Yo! 2 for 2! I mean, that one didn't pen, but holy hell. Holy hell. How did that happen? Nope. I mean, we're not gonna win this one. Uh-oh. Somehow missed. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't use up all my luck, it seems. Just had a little tiny bit left. Little tiny bit left. That's gone now because I'm in a 1v3 and I'm 66 hit points. Best I can do is drive around the 7-7 and, you know, pump 2 into him, but, you know, doesn't work. That does not working. That does not working. Let me guess, was I in the top 3? Did I get tips on to play mediums like this? Like the Mura passively, like you can't brawl an E50M or an M48 Patton or a 121 or a STB or a FV. Yeah, pretty much have to play. It's a big massive baby that can be targeted by everybody and pretty much penned by everybody, so you have to play it on the autoloader. Play it relatively passively. You know, don't actively engage in fights, just try to third party, you know? Try to be that guy at the orgy that jumps in on 2 people already doing it. All right. It also works for this vehicle. It also does work for the project. What's that? Huh. Favorite tank these days. My favorite tank would be the Ferrari 499P in Le Mans Ultimate. Because I don't really care about Blitz anymore. But if I had to pick one, E50M. Just E50M. Well, I mean, it also depends whether it, depends on the track. Like, I wouldn't drive a Ferrari on Fuji. When you whip out the Toyota. Or the Peugeot. The wingless Peugeot on Monza is a beautiful thing. Because the wingless Peugeot is terrible at cornering, but has unbeatable top speed. Which means it's essentially unovertakeable. Because you can't overtake in the corners, really. But as soon as you get out of the corner, it's just gonna creep away. Alright. So basically, it's the opposite of a certain Blitz YouTuber that is always going to creep towards you. If you're underage, that is. So, let's see. We're not doing so well, but this guy is... This guy is breaking rule number 1 of engagement. If you're losing, try to leave the engagement, if you can. Hello, Sentry, how you doing? Welcome. If you're losing, leave. If you can't leave, you gotta try your best, but if you can leave, leave. It's like if you're at tier 9, on half hit points, and you're fighting a full HP at tier 10, just leave. Which is why I don't like super heavies, because you just can't leave. Basically, you can't decide what fights to take. The enemy decides for you, most of the time. Especially mediums. Yeah, how's it going? I mean, it would make more sense to just focus on the object here. Don't throw... Okay, little guy, you need to shoot the Jagdpanzer. You need to shoot the... You need to shoot the You bum. You useless bums. Holy hell. I mean, he can repair as well. Alright. How did they lose a 2-on-1 over there? How did they lose a 2-on-1 on the other side of the map? Jeez. See, this is why I like sim racing, because then most of the time, if something goes wrong, it's your fault. In Blitz, when something goes wrong and you're a good player, most of the time, it's your team's fault. Right? Because look at that. What are you doing? Alright. 215B. Yeah, how's it going, Sentry? Nice to see you again. Double Shardon. Oh boy. I mean, there's nothing more toxic than the double E50M. Or, even worse, the double IS7. So, let's see. Oh. Especially because the Vickers is so badly nerfed that it doesn't have a value in the game anymore at this point. I mean, the Vickers Light might as well be a tier 9 in its current form with a 300 alpha damage. Okay, the Sherdons are indeed useless clowns. That's great to know. Wow. What did you see a show for? The Super Conqueror, the big black conch. Because it's... I have a black camo on my Super Conqueror. That's the big black conch. So others watch it, I play with it. Yo. And we do have an advantage here. Like, if you're in a situation like this where one part of the team is on one side and the other part of the team is on the other side, you have to identify the weaker side and attack the weaker side. Yeah, it's always attack the weak ones. You know, it's like in nature. You know, the lion always attacks and eats the weak ones that can't run away, that can't fight back. Because that's nature. You have to be an apex predator. Not that kind of predator. Like that Blitz YouTuber. Predator. But yeah.
We lost the track. We're stuck here.
Great.
We've damaged them.
I have achieved nothing in this battle.
Damaged. Enemy armor is hit.
So again, like, why is this guy fighting me? Like, he had half the HP. He had half the HP when he started attacking me. Like, his best bet would have been, again, to gain space for himself and play from a defensive, well-dug-in position. But no, he just rushes me because he doesn't use his brain or any other of his appendages, hopefully. Oh, what the hell? What a hell, Wargaming. What a hell. What you doing? What you doing, Wargaming? Why have I yeah, why? Yeah, I know, but why have I been disconnected from the server? What's happening? Hold on. Affirmative. Log in. The heck? The heck? That's weird. That's really weird. That's really weird, man. It's really weird. Okay. Just all your login information. Well, you can have it. I don't really care. So, I mean, think about it. It's my account, and like Wargaming is aware of that account. So if someone would hack it, I can just easily get it back. So, not that I cared, you know, because I have other important things in my life now. God dang. What is that? It's the E4. Is it camping on the bridge, I think? Something like that. What else? I mean, it can only be the E4 camping on the bridge. So... yeah, that's still fine. Oh, it's called shit. I don't know, it always has been. It always has been. I don't know why. Kill the monkey brains. Yep. Any tank requests? Put them in the chat. Put them gaming requests in the chat. What's going on here? Back. Ozzy Osbourne is dead. Interesting. T7 plus. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. T49. There is no other gun. There is no other gun. Hydrate. With the Vatu. KV4. Ooh. Haven't played that in a very long time. And I gotta say, that is a exceptionally bad choice for my taste. There is. Remember to hydrate. Yeah, but there is no other gun. The other gun is fraud.
That one didn't go through.
If you use the other gun on the T-49, you might as well not play the T-49 at all. You know what I mean? It's like... There is... Because if you want to go to the 57 Heavy... If you want to go to the T-57 Heavy, it makes a lot more sense to go with the mediums. So the only point of obtaining the T-49 is to get it with this gun. Right? Because the other gun on the T-49 is pointless.
Fuel tank hit. We finish him off.
Oh, there's a heavy. I hope it goes for the AP. Oh no, this... Vipera. I hit him. And I couldn't stop because I didn't want to get shot by the Vipera, but... There we go. What about Sheridan? Well, it's not a derp gun, it's just a high alpha damage gun. So... Ah! Jesus. I think that might be why there's so many terrible T-54E1 players, right? Because from the T-49 you can do both the T-92 E1 and the T-54 E1. And while T-92 is still a light tank, T-54 is a medium. There's going to be a lot of terrible players that play this thing and then switch to a heavy tank. But yeah, I definitely recommend, for the fun, this gun. It's only fun in gravity. Exactly. Exactly. Like all those... I think super heavies are not fun in general. To me. You know? Alright. If you take out the SMF, I'll go for the Vipera and unload myself into him. Hold on. That's gotta hurt. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, launch. 4. And... Ooh, I got fisted. Nice. Right, KV4. Language is a beautiful thing, and because you can take things out of context quite easily and make them funny. I mean, most comedy is just saying something unusual, unexpectedly. It's a little bit insulting, but not enough to actually harm anybody. Oh, you're just Bill Burr and just tell everyone to go fuck themselves, which I respect. So... Alright. There's one rule on this map. That's control the ridge. Control the ridge. All right. Crazy phrasing. Oh well. It's not even remotely the craziest thing that goes on in the world at the moment. Nothing special. Alright. Spin around. I mean, I don't know why the Panther would do that. You could just take control of the island, you know, that's what's actually important, you know? Take control of the frickin'... If you're a medium on this map, just go to the island, take control of the damn island, okay? So that's your thing, that's your job. Hey Comet, have you tried penning me? It's kind of funny because he can't. He did the same thing as the Panther, just the other way around. Gee. Goodbye. Nice. Nah, I'm not gonna spin around. I'm just gonna stay here and play the Ferdinand. If that Panther wouldn't be in my fucking way. That wasn't great. That was not great. Think. No, I don't think. Stopped thinking a long time ago. Where did the T-28 go? Put this guy in a one-shot. And there's a Titan. And they're all one-shots. So this is in the bag. I have no idea what stats the Titan Strife has or how it plays or anything about it, but I do know that it doesn't matter anymore because it's a one-shot. He's probably still staring at me. He's probably still staring at me. Still looking. Ball. Both screwed up. It's pretty risky because the KV could, the Smasher could pick me. He will. I'm gonna die. Or I won't. Let's go, Booker. How you doing? Alright, 2 more tanks can be requested. In this round. Yo. UP. Which one? Which one? There's like 5 of them. EVP. Alright. Yeah, so everything's alright. How you doing? I think... Hi Marky, how you doing? Welcome. Pretty well, the list's full. Hold on, we can just move that. Shooter 46, let's move that. How you doing? It's my project. Where is it? Oh, there. There it is. Now, we have... Try this thing. And then we continue with the TVP, the 4202. And the 46. Let's see. Hit the wrong tank. Oh well. Open more hydration in the meanwhile. There we go. Ugh. Don't think he's still in there, but we pretty much... That guy's gonna die. So is the Caro and the Progetto. So is the Batchat. I don't know why that Batchat thought fit to throw when... Like, there's a Progetto and a Caro over there, right? That he can attack, that he can kill. Right? But instead, no, I had to throw away. And the other guys, or the 114 and the 100, they're dead because the enemy team's obviously in the city. And now the 121 is a dumbass because instead of fighting in the advantage, which is what you normally do, what you always do to win a match, right? To win, you need to fight where you have the advantage. That 121 has decided to lose. I'm surprised the Batchat's still alive, honestly. But yeah, like, what you want to do is you want to identify where the enemy team is weakest and then attack there. You never want to see, oh, there's 5 enemy tanks, let's attack them. Stupid. It's the worst thing you can do. The worst thing you can do is attack where the enemy is strongest and most present. Oh, shit. No surprises there. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. But yeah. So, already said it earlier, but there will most likely not be a stream on Friday. Will most likely not be a stream this Friday. 20% is just like it's nice. Yeah, of course, but... Yeah. That was pretty bad. In terms of gameplay. Like, the other two mediums had no idea what they were doing. Right, because if you have that advantage, with those two guys isolated on the outside, then you use that fully to your advantage, right? You send it. You take absolute care of that. You know, like right now, I've just taken all the space. I mean, we won the match because this concept just exploded. But what is that Leopard gonna do? Sure, he can go behind me, but then these two guys can push. I mean, they're not going to. But now the Progetto, he is abandoning. Pretty much. And the Leo's probably gone. No, he's still there. Right, check the hole. There's the Leopard. Why he did that, I don't know. Now here comes the Leopard to take out the Batchat, but now it's Leopard versus 121 and they're reloading me. But that guy's never gonna reload. How the fuck are you losing that in there? Holy bollocks. Okay, so that concept just exploded at the start of the battle. And now they just lost. They just lost. In there. Massively. Big time. Huge. Ah, that was a dick move by the Progetto, otherwise I could have put another 2 HEs into the back of the gunway. But that was a super dick move from that Progetto. It's obviously the absolute correct thing to do, and it's really rare to see that kind of teamwork ever happen. But it's a huge dick move towards me. Hi, Dad. How you doing? How you doing, man? Goodbye. That's another thing. If you're in a medium tank, just reposition. You have the mobility. Just make use of it. Find it hella funny that that dude is just camping in the corner. I'm having a question up for once. Yeah, how you doing? I mean, I don't really stream Blitz much more anyway, but how's it going? It's about two weeks till, well, no, 3 weeks till a big video on this channel. I mean, I will do a subscriber replays video after this stream, which is why it's going to be a little bit shorter, because I got to do the video. But I have something planned that concerns Blitz still, but after that I'm pretty much done. So... Ooh. Would you look at that? 4,150. Ain't that a result? Okay, E50M. Uh-oh, that's scary. Being in a 4-2-2, I mean, any medium tank having to face an E50M is scary. But more so in an FV4-202 because you don't have premium ammo that reliably goes to the turret of the E50M. Most throwing. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, if that concept wouldn't have exploded, that would have been 100% a loss. Right? So... That was just a luck winning that. Nothing else. Oh, no.
We didn't even scratch them.
Yeah, this is bad. This is really bad. This is really bad, because that E50M is not going to get challenged by anybody. That E50M's not getting challenged by anybody. And that's... How did we lose that too? Holy hell.
We've damaged them.
Oh my god. That is disgusting.
We've damaged them.
Look at this. Look at the map control they have. That guy can shoot me. Those guys can shoot me. That guy can shoot me. That guy can shoot me. That guy can shoot me. Look at the absolute control they have. You know? They've won easily. Simply by taking map control. Just take the map control and then you win the game easily. So, yeah, this is pretty much just a rotting corpse of a team that's being held alive by the enemy's inability to act quicker. See, this is what I mean with the turret armor and the 50M. Like, we have these two tank destroyers back there that kind of stop any advance from that side. But those two heavies have no chance against an E50M. None. None whatsoever. Look at it. 600 damage straight into him.
Enemy armor is damaged.
I mean, I can take him, maybe. Nope, can't even do that. Well, I got good hash rounds at least. But why did the WT die there? What kind of... Why? Again, this is a very simple game. If you take space, you take it with a gain. Like, you have to hold the space. Because if you don't, if you just YOLO into enemies, if you YOLO into a space that is already taken, you're stupid. If you take space that's not taken by anybody, you're making a good move. But if you're taking space that's already been taken by multiple enemies, then you're stupid. Come on, please reload in time. Oh, damn it.
Everybody out.
Ay. But yeah, you saw, I already knew right at the start that was over, right? You had the E50M on one side, you had the heavies pushing the other side. It was just completely surrounded. Completely surrounded, and they had absolute map control. That's literally all you need to win in Blitz. It's map control, right? Because teams are all so trash that what's deciding matches is mostly going to be who controls the map and who has the ability to shoot the other guy, right? So it's all about map control, pretty much, and obviously controlling the map in a way that doesn't kill you, that doesn't end up killing yourself, you know. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself, and neither should you. Mental health PSA of the day. Or be and what just work around the map. Oh, that sound that good. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, I mean, World of Tanks PC maps are awful. Because they're simplified. Like, basically, most of them are built. You have a corridor, you have an empty field, you have a corridor, you have an empty field, you have a corridor. Right, that's how World of Tanks PC maps work now. They're terrible. Right? Blitz maps are a lot... In some cases, they're complex. But in some cases, they're really simple. Like, for example, Port Bay. Port Bay. Take the ridge line or lose. That's all you need to know about Port Bay. Take the ridge line or lose. Alright. You know, that at my life tank. I don't know. I don't remember playing it. I have no idea how it feels like. Wide reported the prison camera footage was edited in Premiere Pro and missing 3 minutes. Uh-oh. Yeah. I saw that. So, yeah. I mean, most of the things that people are talking about now has already been known for years, right? Right? All of that has been known for a very long time. So, yeah. Oh, no voter of the current US president can ever hide themselves behind, oh, we didn't know. Well, you did know. You have the ability to know. But you were too stupid to find it. So, yeah. It's why, for the rest of our days, when you're arguing with an American, there's gonna be a very easy way out. It's simply ask the question, did you vote for Trump? And if they say yes, or if they did it 3 times, then whatever they say, whatever they think, it doesn't matter. It's that their judgment is so badly lacking that you might as well ignore it entirely. What are we doing here? Need to get the moisture. I mean, the T-30 is dangerous. Not anymore. You know, or my client pleads oopsie daisy. Yep. Oops. Captain Crunch. Oops, all rapists. No. Well, thank you for turning me in. So, me getting tracked turned my gun towards the enemy. The amount of damage we consider good for tier 6. I have no idea. Let me see. What's in tier 6? For me, I would say what's good in tier 6 is the average damage of tier 10. But let's see, what do we have down here? One battle. Where's the reference value? 1,200, 1,300. Tier 6. Yeah, those are old stock. Like, this is... I used to suck. Right, so it's 700. But, like, yeah, 1,300, 1,400. 1,200 of the TOG, 1,400. Something like 1.3 to 1.4k, I guess, is good for tier 6. Then. Alright. Ow. Ow. My ring finger is hurting for some reason when I press the A key. Okay. KV2, that's a tier 6, and the requests are tier 7 and higher. You can request a smasher though. Of course. Listen, those are tank destroyers. I don't take tank destroyer requests unless you're a channel member. Because I hate tank destroyers. So... let's see... how many certificates do I have? Hold on. Where's my certificates? There we go. Danson C, that's a good choice. A46. That's a tier 6, isn't it? Or is it tier 7? I honestly don't know. Don't think I got it on the other end. M86A4. What's that? Well, I mean, it's specifically turretless tank destroyers that can't be requested, and the 183. So you can request the 4005 of the Minotauro, or any of those tech trees. Right, I'm not going to say no to a Conway or a T30 or an E4. I'm not going to say no to that, but I am going to say no to an E3 or a 183 or a Jagdpanzer. So... M48 A3. That's not a thing. There's an M... You mean the M48 pattern? Like the tier 10... I mean there's an M... Huh? Alright, we got the Soup Cat, and we got the... Ask. Let's see. Stop that. Got some of that. Yo. Damn. I'm tired. I mean, I did get woken up today by a picture frame falling off the wall.
Let's go.
Give me any more than a TD. I play any tank like a medium. That's why I don't like super heavies and tank destroyers. Because I like that active playstyle where I decide what I'm gonna fight and what not. Right? It's like imagine go back to the orgy, right? I wanna go around. I wanna be the guy that goes around and picks where he goes, right? I wanna pick the holes that I jump into. I don't wanna suddenly wake up with a tick in my ass, you know, which is what happens when you're a mouse and a Leopard 1 shows up behind you. That's how I imagine it, at least. Now that they're all people that like the mouse, that enjoy that, you know, but it's not my cup of tea. I don't judge, but I don't want that. All right. Three. Oh no. Don't even have an engine. Shit.
That one didn't go through.
Sounds wrong. You're 100. All right. Oh, they're all losing. Why did the SP-1C run away? Why? Why you? I don't understand the decision making these people are having. Right? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Why? That's the problem. Most people don't think at all. Because thinking consumes calories, and that's a bad thing. Right? Because we're not built to thrive, we're built to survive. And we're doing pretty badly at that. Alright. Well, at least the Homo sapiens can pride itself on being the first and probably only species to ever actively extinct itself. Yay us! Well, this sucks. Because I got a Barask and an RU-251, and it's this campy map, and this guy's throwing. So they have 2 tier 8 mediums. Basically, I'm very happy that the team's coming out here. The enemy team's coming out as well. Oh, there they are already. Uh-oh. Gotta get off this plane here. Super Hellcat's already gone. Alright, come here. Is this what you wanted? Barask? See, this is how you win a match. You counter the enemy. They have 2 mediums. Oh, lights in this case, but whatever, doesn't matter. No difference. And then you go to the field and you dominate the field, right? You eliminate where they're... Like, you basically turn their strength into a weakness by going field. Because if you go into the city, you lose this match. If these heavies would have gone to the city, they would have lost the match. Right? That's how simple this is. In most cases. Not all, but most. I'm also very glad that the IS-3 platoon is of the worst variety. Yeah, they didn't know what they were doing. Just sitting in the city. Could get H. Did he miss or did he... I think he shot the T-54. Ugh. I mean, it's a bit pointless because the Hellcat is better TFT. But yeah. I mean, yeah, I never said it's a bad thing. You know, it's a good tank. It's not OP. That's all I said. It's a good tank, but it's not OP. Because it stops being OP the second the Smasher gets spotted. So, because that is what OP really is. But it is a nice combination of stats. It's definitely worth having for free, which is what it was given away, I believe. But you wouldn't want to pay for that. Why is that dude AFK? It's a 10 on light tank. The good thing is both their guys are one's already middle. It's a good thing for me. I mean, it's obviously really risky, but the enemy tank destroyers don't really pose a threat because neither of them are high alpha damage, so I would be fine if I would take a shot. I'd be fine. Playing 6v7 because the object is... and now he's woken up. He hath woketh. He hath woketh. Woke! It's woke! Ew! Humanity is a weird species. Why are we so stupid? Why are we so stupid? Why are you so stupid, TNH? So much fun watching them playing this game. Yeah. I mean, I don't watch this game, but I assume that, like, streaming it is fine, but playing it, it's like... the fun comes from the stream, not the game. You know? It's been like that way for the last 5 years, so, yeah. Alright. You're losing. See, we have all the map control. This is, like, remember back to the Fort Despair game, right? When they surrounded us completely and they had all the map control. Like, this is exactly this. You cannot win a match when the enemy has absolute map control like this. I mean, Projetta, you suck. You just suck. So... I'm not achieving anything here because we're not getting the XP for spotting. Means all this damage is only worth half as much. Question is where the AT is. Gotta be somewhere. What the hell? Oh, why did he stop? If he wouldn't have stopped, that shot would have perfectly gone in. This has been particularly bad though. Yeah, because with all the negativity that Reforged created and will continue to create until its eventual release and downfall of the game, and obviously the player base shrinking and shrinking and shrinking, and the player base continuing to decrease in quality because, don't forget, I mean, Reforged might breathe some new life into the game, but it is going to breathe new life into the game in the form of bad casual players. Right? Ooh. They never stood a chance. You count the SMB as a TD. As long as it turned like 45 degrees or more, sure. It's I'll be fine with the turret. Just want some flexibility. It's gonna be an update, but it's gonna like throw everything away that you know, it is not a new game. It's just Blitz being ported to Unreal Engine, and then you can buy yourself some anime commanders for $700 while the game quality and match quality continues to deteriorate. Yeah. It's also kind of funny that Leicester Games got nationalized by the Russians. Right, that's the one thing that you cannot fault Wargaming for whatsoever, that they told Russia to go fuck off. Right, because that is the only logical choice you can make in that situation. Because Russia is the Donald Trump of countries. It forces itself upon people it has no right to. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Well, our mediums are dog shit, so we lose. We have 2 bozos. So... Oh, the batshit's coming back. Oh, look, you're 5 years late and $10 short. Oh, look, you're in a 3v3 over there, and you're actually at a disadvantage. Jeez. Now this... Oh. Hey, Brother Bong, how you doing? And a new game. Yeah, well, they just split the player base. That wouldn't work. And nobody would play Reforged. Like, let's be honest. That would be an entire waste of time because nobody would play it. It's what happened, we can go back to 2006, I believe, with Counter-Strike 1.6 and Counter-Strike Source. Right? You had Counter-Strike at the time. And then Valve released Counter-Strike Source as the next game. But a lot of people really disliked Source a lot, so they never played it. And Counter-Strike 1.6, despite being the older game and essentially the prequel, it was more popular than Source. Right, so there were 2 Counter-Strike games active at the same time, with the older game being the more popular one, right, and the better one. So eventually then, they had those 2 games, and then they released Counter-Strike Global Offensive, so they kind of merged those community back into one game. Right, because you had Source and you had 1.6. And that's a big problem, because you have to basically run the games for 2 servers, so you're making a lot less money. So you don't want that. And... yeah, then they put it together as Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And now they turned Counter-Strike Global Offensive straight into CS2. They updated CSGO with the new engine and ported everything over. Well, they forgot half the game modes, like retake servers. But, well. So, that's what Wargaming is going to do as well. They're going to take Blitz as it is and transfer it to the new Unreal Engine 5. Alright. Better game if the Play Store has 3.5 as the stars only. Maybe Wargaming can find a way to reset this and go spend cash on marketing. But they can just buy reviews if they want to. Not if that's... as if that's controlled at all. I don't think Wargaming is that pathetic. But they buy reviews, but yeah.
Ging voll durch ihre Panzerung.
I forgot, man. I don't even bother with those
Volltreffer.
because those are just cosmetic changes that suck. Where Wargaming thought they needed changes when that's not the case. Where I look at is the new, like, how the crew system works, right? How it punishes players and how Wargaming tried to sneak yet another currency into the game in the form of steel, right? Because it's the fact that they removed it is not undoing all the damage. Like, let's say if I shit on your porch and set it on fire and then I clean it up, that doesn't undo the smell that you had to endure, right? So Wargaming has showed that they don't care about the community unless they have to, right?
Wir haben sie böse erwischt.
I can just shut down WoW but enable all accounts to log into the new Reforged game. Yeah, that's how it's gonna work. You keep all your accounts. You keep everything. Everything you have in Blitz, you're gonna have that in Reforged. They also screwed that up in communication at the beginning because they said that if you have a tank researched but not purchased, you wouldn't get it. Then they took that back because they didn't think about what the hell they were doing at all.
Gegnerisches Fahrzeug ausgeschaltet.
So, yeah, it just shows the deep dysfunction that is present within Wargaming. That they think they can get away with stuff like steel, that they don't care about community feedback, they don't ask beforehand, right? Because here's the thing, if you make Reforged, and let's be generous here, and Reforged, and 40% of Reforged sucks, right? And people dogpile on it, right? Because who the hell would buy a 60% rated game? Nobody. Or 6.0 out of 10. Who would buy it? Nobody. You know? So, you have 40% that is terrible. So, what Wargaming does now is they made 40% trash, and then they roll back 20% of the trash, and now it's still 20% trash. Right? Like, you know? I love Wargaming just since they told Russia to figure off because that's a certain nationality which doesn't love Russia. Okay, let's start. Finland, Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania, Poland, Ukraine. Most of the Balkans except Serbia, because Serbia's basically Russia's the Balkan version of the like Serbia is just like the Balkan version of Russia. Romania, probably. Moldova, definitely. Who else? I mean, Georgia, definitely, because Russia's occupying a lot of their territory. Azerbaijan, because Russia shot down one of their planes like a year ago. That does not narrow it down. That does not narrow it down, Glory. Right? But yeah. Alright, let's do another round of tank quests. Hi, Jax. Hello. Super Conk. It's like, which neighboring country of Russia doesn't hate Russia? Except Belarus, who the people hate Russia, but they're stuck with that dictator dick. You know. Hi, Prama, how you doing? Welcome. E4. Type 59. Kenny 1. MX50B. How's it going, Prama? What percentage of the current player base do you think will be lost when Reforged comes out? I don't know. I can't predict that. Because you don't know how much the offset is gonna be of new players that come in, because it's probably not gonna be a lot, but... okay, Super Conk. Super Conk. Can play the top 70. Well, I can do that next round of Tank Requests, because we'll do a round of 5, and then I'll do the next round of 5, so... Oh, we already have 5. Kinda. Yeah, but Russia's just China's bottom at this point.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, a lot of phone players will not be able to play Blitz anymore if this if it doesn't drastically improve, right? Because you know, they can optimize Unreal Engine. They can optimize Unreal Engine, but they can't make it as optimized and as solid as this one. Mainly because obviously this one is a lot less complex, a lot more simple to run. And it is also a designed phone or mobile engine. Unreal Engine 5 is a PC engine. You know, that can be used for mobile games. You know, Fortnite runs on it. And you can play Fortnite on a phone, on low graphics. So, you know, Unreal Engine can be optimized. But I still would assume that at least 10 to 15% of players are gonna lose their ability to play the game. By Reforged. Let's be optimistic on the rating here. Let's say 10 to 15%. Another 10 to 15% are going to lose interest because Reforged is a steaming pile of doo-doo. Right, so you have a reduction of about 25 to 30%, I'm assuming. Right, but that doesn't mean anything.
That one didn't go through.
It's me, I'm a veteran player. 11 euro. Yeah. You've been playing for 11 years, you're not 11 years old, I get that. I've played this game since 2014 as well, and I've enjoyed it between 2014 and 2020. One. Like I said mostly, yeah, I think that the server, like them putting the servers together has something to do with them seeing that APAC and NA is dying badly. You know, because obviously this multi-server, multi-account system has always been stupid. And pretty much no other game company ever does it. Where you have Batchat, you fucking... Okay, he just... Batchat just lost the game, okay. Whatever. Idiot. So... Well played. So... Yeah, like, the base is being capped, and the Batchat turns away from the cap. So, great player. Great decision there. And again, remember, the only thing you can do is criticize an enemy player in their current moment and their current decision. It doesn't really mean anything. I mean, that guy could be a decent player in every other battle. You know? He isn't. But he could be. So... Type 70... I mean, the Type 71 is terrible now, yeah. Nobody plays it because it is bad. Because it is everything that T110E5 is worse. But worse. Much worse. You know? Like, the E5 is genuinely a good tank. And this thing as well, you know? It's a great tank at the moment. It's like got buffed. So... There's no need for the Type 71 in the current meta of Blitz. At all. But... As you know, Wargaming, they're probably going to try to rebalance everything again. Instead of just, like, balancing where needed. This game is bad for my mental health. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, like, why they're getting rid of the NA Asia EU divide for Reforged. Because that way, I mean, you can play with 150 ping. You can play with 150 ping on the EU server as an NA player, or the other way around, you know? You can put that together. But especially with the dwindling player base, that keeps them match frequency high, because that's the two things that matter. Remember, the two things that matter is match speed, like how many players can you get into battle quickly, and for that you need as many players as possible. Like, you need as many players as possible in the game, so you can make quick matches, right? And you need as much money from those players as possible. But so if you put those servers together, you can make quicker matches, and you could theoretically also make better matches because you have more players to draw from. But yeah, I mean, let's not be always so negative here. What is a positive change that Blitz has made in the last 2 years that have genuinely made the game better? Hi Adrian, how you doing? I can do it next round, but currently we have 5 tank requests already. Oh yeah. I started playing today after a long break and we're depressed. Yeah. Blitz life. Big Blitz life. Yeah, those guys is dead. Oh wait. Eh. Can't think of anything. Yeah, I can't either, that's why I'm asking you guys. Like something that genuinely made a long-lasting, good, positive impact the last 2 years. Reforged nearly said I can add 31. Well, I don't know. Reforged doesn't work on old phones, and a lot of people that play this probably don't have the newest phones. So we'll see. I mean, Wargaming knows better, surely, right? Because they have all the market analytics data. They know exactly how many players they're gonna lose with Reforged, right? Because they have all the devices that people play on, right? Wargaming is definitely aware of exactly which devices and which percentages that their game's being played by, if they're intelligent. So they would know how many players are negatively affected by the graphics of Reforged, but you know, it's Wargaming. You can always expect Wargaming to have a good idea and then implement it the worst way humanly possible. I understand how EU players get 150 milliseconds in an A, but 300 in an APEC. Europe and Asia are literally the same piece of land, unlike America. It's just routing. It's just routing, because here's the thing. If you have looked at the geographics of the Asia and the Middle East, there is not a lot of space for freedom. But from EU to NA, all you need is one cable under the water. Right? That's all you need. But to go, let's say, from Europe to Singapore, you need to go through a couple of regions that are questionable in development, and you will need to go through a lot of interconnections that will go quite far. Right? Like, it's kind of hard to put up a gigabit fiber in the Iraqi desert when you got a guy on a Toyota Tacoma trying to kill you with an MG. So it's just the connection is easier to NA. That's it. You know, geography is easier. Society is easy to deal with because you don't have to like go through people, right? Because it's just ocean. You know, it's just ocean. You could to just dig a hole in the ocean. Boom. You don't need to go through multiple countries, and some of them are war zones, some of them are not. You know, it's difficult. You know? Imagine being an Arab spice trader in the 1400s and going to Europe and thinking like, the hell is this shit? That's how it kind of feels. You know. Type 59. Type 59. Why not? My game not interested in open African server because I would assume that nobody's gonna play on that. You know, because due to circumstances mostly reserved to geography and Europeans, Africa's not doing so well at the moment.
进攻时间到。
Wargaming and money hungry goblins make the money mechanics in the game insufferable. Yeah. But they know how to optimize the game. Well, we'll see if they know how to optimize the game. Unreal Engine 5 is difficult to optimize, but it can be done. You know? So we'll see. I don't trust Wargaming to do it well, really. Wargaming, we need to put Toyota trucks and Blitz if they want African server. That's not Africa. So yeah, I mean, look, if you look at it now China's buying everything in Africa. It's like, hey guys, you got fucked over by the Europeans for 300 years. How about we take a turn, huh?
履带右转。
Does it go for a quick game? Went really well. Ooh, congratulations. Hi, Oak. How you doing? It's getting you on 60p. Okay. Depends if you like the 60p. That's what matters. If you like playing the 60p, you'll do just fine
就被打住了。
with the E100 as well. And it has a very enjoyable tech tree to play, so it should be interesting. Just like this game should be interesting because they're all camping.
我们打住了敌人。
Well, I'm dead.
脱离可靠。
It's unfortunate. Just run the cable through the Suez. Good luck with that. So, have you perhaps thought that the distance still is larger? If you gotta go from like Europe, let's say you're in Germany, if you're in Germany and you want to go to the UK, and then to the America, you go like Germany, you go Hamburg, you go English Channel, and you go over, right? For example. But if you want to go to, let's say, where's the Asian server gonna be? Probably, I mean, it might be in India because it's relatively central, but it might also be like Singapore or something like that. Then also you have to go down to Greece, Turkey. Then in Turkey you have a problem because, you know, you've got Iraq, Iran, Syria in front of you. So you got to get through one of those. Then you have giant ass mountains that you got to deal with as well in the back. So that's not great. Land doesn't work. So you go down, you go to Egypt, go through the hole, and you go through the ocean, right? But there's like stuff like Saudi Arabia in the way, so you got to go through that and over. So, and you got Iran in the way again. So yeah, it's pretty tricky. Geography inhibits a lot of stuff, right? Like a lot of rivers in Africa aren't entirely navigable by ship, right? So that limits trade massively, for example. Like, it doesn't matter It doesn't matter if you have the ability to build ships if you can't use them because there's a big ass waterfall in front of you. You know, what are you gonna do? Jump? Are you from where? I'm from Germany. So F6 space my favorite whenever playing German tanks. Well, what do you like about the 60 TP? What do you like about the 60 TP that you think you'll find in the E100? Alright. Well, this doesn't really matter, it's class 5. Well, it does at that length. Right. It also adds how many connections and routers you have to go through in between. Oh, Chucky, how you doing? Because you have to go through, let's say, 50 routers. It's obviously going to be a lot quicker than you have to go through 700. It's obviously in the milliseconds still, but again, you have a ping difference of 40 to 400. You know. I mean, on the Asia server, I get 300 to 400 ping because the Asia server is probably somewhere in Central or East Asia. I wouldn't assume the Asian server to be... I mean, India would be a good location, but I wouldn't assume it to be there. It's probably like a random South Asian tax haven. But yeah, how you doing, Tricky? If you redirect to some Chinese main firewall server or something closed like Pakistan, that's where your ping comes in. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's like the more connections you have to jump through, the slower it becomes. Alright. Which is why the undersea cables are great, because they're a one-way street. They go, let's say, from the English Channel to New York in one go. It's one line, and you can go over there in like a millisecond. Easily. You have to jump between providers, you have to jump between networks. It's getting slower. It's her birthday too. Oh, happy late birthday. Service in India when we're getting 90 milliseconds. Well, I don't know. I don't know. It's probably not in India then, but it should be because India is pretty central-ish in Asia. I mean, Pakistan probably even better location, but that's currently some sort of dubious place to be. The Middle East is just 15th century Germany, but now. I want to Google it. Okay, 2024. Servers. Game servers. Location. US Central, Chicago. South America, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Okay, EU1, Amsterdam, EU2, Luxembourg, EU3, Luxembourg, EU4, Almaty, Kazakhstan. That's where probably all the Russian players got pushed to. Asia 1, a single cloud-based server. It doesn't say where it is. Location. Doesn't have it. Islam is taking over the world. It is not. So... it isn't. It will die. Like any religion does. And will be replaced by another one. So religion is only alive if believers are alive. Otherwise, like Latin, like languages die if nobody speaks it. If nobody believes it, religions die. You know, it's like, you can believe whatever you want, but if your belief harms other people, then that's not a valid belief. You know, like, if you believe that you can't eat meat, for example, you can do that, I don't care. But if you believe that I shouldn't be able to eat meat, well, that's a problem. 6p armor and mobility allows me to play aggressive players in your heart. Can I recommend the T125? Can I recommend the T125? Can I recommend the T125? I'm joking. Here's the thing. Anything that believes itself to be an absolute is automatically invalid. Any system, any idea, any ideology that claims to be the absolute truth and the absolute answer is ultimately entirely incorrect. That simple. If you claim to have the absolute truth, you have absolutely nothing. So I just feel like what through my... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, you know, if you just have a cable running, you're fine, but if that cable runs through 15 Iraqi routers, you might struggle a bit. Alright. Anyways, OP. Well, the E5 is really good, yes. The E100 only works if you can angle. The E100 exists from angling. Let's go. Give me some tank requests. Hey! Ho! Let's go! Yeah. It's very simple. Any ideology that claims to be absolutely true is absolutely not true. Simple as that. Because science and stuff is really bad at finding absolute truth. It's only good at finding what's not true. Like, you try to exclude as many possibilities as possible. Is this upgraded? Yes. There are things that are absolute. Like, climate change exists, and it is man-made. Because you can prove that. You know, but it's not an ideology. It's a fact that was found out through science. Alright. E5. E100. So let's go. I already put it on. Symph 64. T100. LT. Hi Saeed, how you doing? Welcome. How you doing? I'm already at the E75. Oh well, keep going then. It's fine. Basically, I would recommend just research the E100. And, yeah. I already have the E5 in display. I'm finding it kind of boring. I have much better stats than the 60p because it is a better tank. It's a better tank. It's a better tank. Alright. Got the games over with you. Yep. That's a good one. I made to pay Wargaming. I mean, why would you? Why would you want to pay Wargaming? There's so many cool things you can buy. From where I sold too many tanks just to buy them again, now too broke to buy it ends. Oof. I sold the E50M 4 times or 5 times. Just because I could. For a meme. I mean, I could sell it again because I have 300 million credits. But, yeah. But remember, if you want to get your tank requests in, you gotta be quick, because only the first 5 tank requests will be played. So remember, once we get to the T100LT, you gotta be quick to get your request. You gotta be fast. Or you're either fast or you're last.
Enemy is hit.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Type 64. It's a Nas horny. See ya, Prama. Thanks for joining. Oh. Oh no. Don't want that. Don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want to get the hell out of here. I'm just a nerd. Ha! Nerd! That's not really a bad thing. I guess. It can be. Optimus Prime's getting old. Yeah, I mean he's already been in like 20 movies. I lost count. I think the first 3 are good and then it goes to shit. So not the voice actor. Oh well, yes. They already replaced the German one a long time ago. I think they replaced the German one in the 4th or 5th movie. They replaced the German synchro. But yeah. Not that it matters. Shut the gamble. No, that's not what he said. Oh shit. What you doing, Challenger? What you doing? Alright, there will be, by the way, one more list after this one. Will be one more tank request list after this one. Because I still have to make a subscriber replay video that contains Pikachu.
Enemy is hit.
First class. Okay, E5.
Let's get this show on the road.
Sure, any movie adaptation, any good IPs. Now, yeah, it's all about the money. It's all about the money. If it's about art, it's mostly good, but if it's about money, it's trash. If you make a movie to make money, then it's mostly trash. If you make a good movie that then makes money, then you got something. But if you make a movie just to make money, then it's a shit movie. Pretty much always.
Our gas tank is hit. Our truck is hit. It could break any minute.
Come on, you half-testicle havers. Gotta move.
Enemy is hit.
No, 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 no. This is licensed and I'm gonna get sued. Superman, Batman. Bad man. No, 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 no. Bad man. Is it the emo Batman? Like, do you mean the emo Batman with Pattinson? Is the other one you mean? It's just emo Batman. Or did they make a new one? It's like, how many Batman are there? Why is my team so shit? Alright. Anyway, I take that back. No, the Robert Pattinson Batman is the emo Batman. That's what it is. That's the vibe of the movie. It's just emo Batman. That's just true. It doesn't mean it's a bad movie, but it is an emo Batman. Well, we don't win this one. We don't win this one. Ugh. Yeah, okay. Oh my god, you bum. Holy... How did he... Oh my... How did he miss that? My Chemical Romance on the soundtrack. I don't know. But maybe. Well, it could be. The only reason I'm grinding for the E100 is because I love XP after getting the target 2 and I thought I might as well get the E100. Yeah, because why not? Why not? F5, another E100. Next up. Started wearing that black under eye thingy after the movie in the gym. Can't because the ladies like emo boys. Like, I don't know, maybe. Why are oh my, I have dog shit mediums on my team. Oh my god. Caro. M4. Oh my god, that's a oh my, oh yeah. It's a bunch of friggin' goobers. Oh, why does it not hit? These hitboxes suck. If the fence would be any good, you could just go through the middle. But yeah, these mediums just dog shit. Right. Oh, look at that. That guy's camping now. He's a tank destroyer. Jesus Christ. Actually useless. Jesus. Yep. Actually fucking useless. There's another guy in the back somewhere as well. Might be the T-39 camp. What is that? the object, I think. Oh, that's 2v9. Yeah, see, dogshit team. Like, the mediums had one job, and that's to fight the enemy mediums, and they decided to be pussies. The M41 was camping, I mean, of course, but then you have this useless guy, and this useless guy. Are they platooned? No, they're not. But somehow that guy is platooned with the Karo. There's... 9/11. All right. You're trash, Carl. Do better. All right. And emote, the Batman's one of my favorite version of Batman. Except I wanted to be Batman as a kid, still can't afford it. Well, I mean, have you tried having your parents getting shot? That's the first step. Oh my god, these genuine... God in the hell. This guy is utter fucking ass at this game. Wonderful. I love them. Every single one of them. SMV64. The U100 is a tank that plays very slow. Like the mouse. Like most super heavies, it plays very slow. You can't... If the match is fast, or if your mediums are like that, then there's nothing you can do about it. You know? It's like... You want slow gameplay with those a bit. No? Jeez. You know? Oh, that's starting off great. Someone with 20 win rate. Yeah, I saw a guy with 8% win rate at some point. He was platooning with another guy that had 15% win rate. They were like troll platooning and ruining matches on purpose. And Wargaming didn't ban them. Yeah, but why would they? They're making the money, so why the hell would they ban them? Well, those two guys are in a hot piece of bother. No, don't help them. Kill the Type 59 and go. Kill the Type 59 and go. Play. Oh my god. This is just like last time in Fort Despair. The enemy has the map control and these guys are stupid. Like, look at him. He's just YOLOing in. Jesus Christ, matey. Yep, GG. So, and now the loot is gonna get ass fucked by the Type. Well done. Well done. Well done, team. Well done, team. Holy shit. Don't blame people for having 20%. We don't know what they're suffering from. There maybe Trump support. Don't get the joke. Well, the current US president is a business criminal, rapist, probably also war criminal, and generally one of the worst people that currently exist. So any supporter of them would not be very valued as a member of society. Alright. It's like Trump supporters are the chihuahuas of people. Loud and wrong. Alright. But, unfortunately, we live in a climate where loud equals correct. And the louder you scream, the more followers and viewers you'll have. You know, and the more kids you abuse, the more viewers and the more supporters you will have too. Stop. Things like this. Start up straight. Yeah. I just hope that it at least only hurts the people that wanted to be hurt by this, which is the Trump voters that wanted this. They wanted to harm themselves, so you know, one can only hope that it hits them the hardest, and they're never gonna learn any lessons from it because they're just gonna blame Obama. But at least they get what they want. Right? Other people shouldn't get that, but they should get it. You know, it's like if you want to hurt other people, then you getting hurt is a good outcome. All right. What are we doing here? I mean, I would like to go for the Sheridan. And I will go for the Sheridan. Because I have the hit point advantage. And I have to do something. Oh, fuck. Ow. And we lost. Because we have no map control. That's what I tried to do there, you know, by attacking the Sheridan. I wanted to gain map control, like take out the Sheridan and control the middle of the map. But now, the Kranwagen, which is an excellent hull-down tank, he's not on the hill. The MX-50B is AFK. No, he's actually just camping in the back. He hasn't taken any space. You know, he's useless. And the two mediums are camping in the back, and obviously then the two guys that did try to take space and did try to play forward, they got completely annihilated. So, yeah, and now obviously the enemies are going to use their map control and just push and end this and win easily. Because these guys did not see fit to control an important part of the map, which is the hill. Right, two guys went up with the Kranwagen, the 50B, and the two mediums. They did nothing. I mean, the two mediums, what they could have done is they could have gone for the Project Louis, they could have gone for the Sheridan, help me, right? And take map control somewhere else, you know, with the what was lost on the hill, taking that back, right? I mean, the Kranwagen is our platoon, so I don't know why they died why the one guy died so far back on the hill, like he died down here, and the other guy's sort of full HP, and he's dead now, and he's still crawling, right? So they should have played together because they're a platoon. Now this guy's getting dogpiled. Enjoy watching that, though. That's what you get for camping in a corner. That's the thing, like, if you camp, well, the only thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna lose last. But you are gonna lose. You have to take map control. Always. All the time you have to take the space. Oh, he missed. Come on, Kranwagen! You pussy! He just shot! Mate, he just shot! You can come kill him! What the heck is he doing? Man! I served him on a silver platter. And bro's like, nah, I'm good. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, I mean, that guy's just gonna camp in the... Oh, no, that's shite. Whew. Didn't hit. Can't shoot through that because... I just die. How am I in this? Friggin' lol. There we go. Beautiful. Let's go. Alright. Last time. 3,333. Ain't that beautiful? Alright, what you doing? Oh, that's what they're doing. Well, that explains it. Jeez, lads. Oh my. Yeah, mamma mia. Mamma mia. It's a vi. That's the thing. That's why bad players are bad players, because they never take map control. They never take map control at the right time in the right place. They never position themselves correctly, and that's the problem. It's all about positioning. You know? That's it. You don't need to learn how to shoot in Blitz because that's easy. You should know exactly where to be and when. That's the important part. Alright. 4202. White supremacists have started crying for another reason, saying they're only 8% of the population. How the heck is nearly 2 billion people 8% of 7 billion? Well, it's not. I just kinda... Yeah, I already saw that. But, in good news, the guy that founded the Heritage Foundation is also dead. So... not all bad news. All right. So dies. The Heritage Foundation is a far-right political think tank that aims to make your life worse. And the founder of that died, so that's a good thing. Yeah. Eugenics is pretty bad, but we wouldn't have Let's Play. Lol. Yeah, no. It's like, that's the thing. That you can't do that because who controls it? That's the whole argument, right? You can't decide that because who gets the power to decide? It's the whole problem. Also, we live in nature. You know, if a species or a part of a species doesn't survive, doesn't adapt, doesn't improve, they go extinct. Simple life. Simple life. And given the, let's say, genetic quality of most white supremacists, yeah. Yeah. But, their existence explains themselves. Alright. There we go. Because that's the thing, you know, if you are nobody and nothing besides white, then that's all you have. That's what you're gonna identify yourself with, you know? It's like, it's the same with other things, you know? If you're nothing and you're nobody, you know, simply identifying yourself via something that you have guaranteed anyway is pretty easy. You know? I'm dead. No, I'm not. My luck still hasn't run out. I like the fact that a Vodafone that costs nearly twice my old one, so that the two are on the exact same on both. Oof. Yeah, you gotta actually upgrade the internals of the phone as well. You know. What do we have still? We have E75. E75. G-SOAR. Phone 202. How does the Heritage Foundation ruin our life? Look at them. Look at them. Look at them.
Move out.
Just look at them. That's all I gotta say. Just look at them. It's basically American ISIS without the guns. If you can put it that way. All right. Or the American, and that reference does work because, like, ISIS is your extremist, you know, like, even other extremists like the Taliban think that ISIS is too extreme.
The armor is hit.
No, not ISIS, the terrorist organization. ISIS. IS, that one. I mean, you might as well call them American Taliban or Al Qaeda as well.
We didn't even scratch them.
Alright. Essentially, I mean, their ideologies are essentially, when you break it down, identical. What they believe doesn't really matter. What they want to do is what you need to look at, right? Because it doesn't matter what they believe. You know, if it's just like Scientology, you know, what they believe is bullshit. But if like Scientology would want to kill all the infidels or whatever, then they'd be banned already. So instead, they just kill Shelly. Where's Shelly? Guys, where's Shelly? So you know, it's almost, what do they want to do? What they really believe doesn't matter. What they want to do is they want to claim themselves as superior. They want to claim themselves as superior and then rule others. Right? It's like you build a pyramid with yourself at the top and everyone else is a servant. It's like alpha males, you know? It's like you invent a new pyramid and then you put yourself at the top of that pyramid because you're actually worthless. But you need something to identify yourself with, so you make up a new pyramid and put yourself at the top. Looked it up, it's like Al Jazeera. Al Jazeera is a news organization and not a religious cult. So alright. Let's see. Jagdtiger. Oh, Jesus, Zero maybe. So there's a religious cult. No, it's a media company funded by Qatar, as far as I'm aware. Unless you're talking about a different one. But I know the TV channel, but if you have something else. For me, the processor is more than enough, and the camera too warm for my liking. I mean, there are phone cooling fans that you can like slap on the back, if that's your concern. Because obviously overheating will reduce performance. Because when a processor heats up, it's going to reduce its performance to not overheat and melt. No, for not again. See, this is why I don't like Tank Destroyers, because I don't want to play them. In Tank Destroyer ways. Then that happens. I mean, my medium's ass. Where did that shell go? What the hell? Yeah, but guy is awful. So, what is that TVP doing? I mean, mate, I'm out here. You could help me with a Sheridan. You know, we could have a baller time. We could easily win. Nope. Nope. Gotta do that. Nah, he's camo-less as well. Damn, Marty. What do you mean? I got the Jesus. But I had hope in the TVP. Unfortunately, it failed me. I apologize. Alright. Get my request wrong. Yeah, these skill players. Ooh, they're so good. They're so good. Oh my god. It's official mouthpiece of Muslim Brotherhood. Well, I don't know about that. I wouldn't know about that. I do know that they did excellent reporting on the Arab Spring, for example. Even though, you know, it's a questionable. It's a React channel. Don't have one. Don't have one. Wouldn't do reaction videos anyway. Do analysis videos. Yeah, channel. This is channel Friday. Lol. Yeah, but there won't be a stream this Friday. You know. Real very stingy credits, maybe that's why I'm lucky as always. Yeah, well, I mean, credits are rare-ish on purpose, so you grind more. Because again, it always goes back to the same two things. They want to maximize revenue, how much gold you buy. They want to maximize playtime, how much credits you play for. Where the f did that shot go? I don't care at this point.
Noch so einer und die sind fertig. Der Fahrer ist geliefert. Die Steuerung reagiert nicht mehr.
Turtle! Oh, that's an HE. Really? I hit the track thing. Hit the track thing. God dang it. Oh well. If it goes at least 3 times since I was watching. Yeah, maybe. It's wacky. I already used up all my luck. I mean, I can show it to you again. Hold on, let me show you what I did today. I was playing a Le Mans Ultimate, and this is my POV. This is the start, right? This is the first lap. This is the very first lap. And there's 38 cars in this race. I started 30th. And that's me. And now I'm in 6th gear because I forgot to downshift, and now I'm going back up. And now this guy just drives back on circuit, crashes into me. Right? Look at this. I'm there in the middle of the shot. I used up all my luck. Look at this. Guys ahead of me crashing. Guys crashing in front of me, behind me, right there. I go straight to the middle, and then boom, I'm out. And then this guy just bumps into me. Right, because he rejoins unsafely, and then they crash behind even more. And here's the thing, like, look at that. They all crashed. 4 guys got ahead clean. 4 guys got ahead clean at the front. Without problems, right? And then everybody else sort of crashed. I was in 30th when it started. Right? There's the crashes. You see those guys flying off. There's guys flying off. You know, they're still crashed. Now here I am. Boom. See, that's me. Going away. I was in 6th then, and then it still keeps going, right? Like, look at that. They just drive into each other. That guy goes on the grass. These guys crash. That guy goes back into the grass. You know, they're still crashing. Still crashing. And obviously that guy just retired. And then these two crash in the end as well. So, yeah, I got from 30th to 6th before the first corner. 30th to 6th before the first corner. And, yeah, I obviously had damage as well. Which wasn't great. And I held on to 5th with 1/10 of a second. At the end. Which is kind of crazy. It's a 30-minute race. That was the problem, you know. I wasn't racing anybody. The guys ahead of me, because they got like P1, 2, 3, and 4, they got away clean, right? So they had a 10-second advantage. And then I was in 5th. And the first 4 were the only ones that got away clean. And then I somehow managed to get my way, lucky as I was, all the way from the back through to the front there. That I was in 6th, but a guy, like a lap or two later, the guy that was in 4th, I believe, something crashed as well, so I was in 5th in the end. And I held on, barely, for 20 minutes. Because the guy behind me was a lot faster. Like, a lot faster, but he made a couple of mistakes that put him back. So, like, one more lap and I would have been 6th, but damn, that was crazy. That's such an edge gameplay, like watching the faster car. These cars are all the same pace. These are all the same pace, man. It's a game. That's the thing about WEC. They're all supposed to have the same pace because they're balanced. Their performance is balanced. That's why GT3 racing is such an amazing thing. Right? You have 10 different cars with massively different builds. You know, you got front engine, mid engine, rear engine, V10, V8, inline 6, you have everything, and they're all the same speed. They all can win. That is great. And it's the same in Hypercar. No, and in that case, there was 38 of the exact same car. 38 Valkyries, because that car released today. That's why I wanted to try it. You know? It's only been available today, so... Yeah, that was insane. I'd say, hey! The reason why I did start in 30th is because I bottled it in qualifying, right? Because I didn't do any practice. Didn't do any practice at all. And I had no idea how to drive the car, so I used the qualifying session as practice. But I threw it away and crashed in practice. So I made the mistake because the last time I drove Monza was in a GT car. In a GT car, you can bounce curbs. Right, you drive over the curbs on the side and you'll be fine because it's just gonna bounce back down because it's heavier. But with the Valkyrie, you have to stay off the curbs like at all costs because it will kill the car and just spin it if you go on the curbs. That's the mistake I made because I was trying to drive it like a GT when it was a hypercar. Put your hand on it and tell me you're having fun in that circle jerk compared to Wreckfest. It is like Wreckfest. I am having fun. Yeah. I mean, it is fun when it's good racing, which is in a lot of cases. But, like, my problem is I'm exactly the wrong skill level. Right? I'm at this level where I'm faster than 90% of players, but I'm also slower than the top players. Which means I always end up in the, like, first split of the match, right? Like split 1 of 20, for example. I always end up in split 1, but I'm always 15th in split 1. That's my problem. Right? Because I'm like a second and a half off the actual pro sim racers that are in there as well. And the people that have been sim racing for like 10 years, and I barely had it 1.5 years. Like, I got it in February last year, and then I couldn't play for half of last year because the game was broken. For me. If you lie to us, I wouldn't. Alright. This is the last.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Oh my.
Enemy armor is
Why
damaged.
wouldn't he shoot me, though? Boy. Why wouldn't you shoot me? I'm gonna press W, V-Rush B. B-Rush! Of course that was never gonna hit, but oh well, I only need this one to hit. Does hit. Got him! Got him by D's nuts, brah. What the heck?
Enemy armor destroyed.
What the hell? Perfect. How about some of that? Well, that is it for today for the Tanker Quest. But obviously the most important battle is still remaining here. In the M2 Lite, hopefully. But I will be back next Tuesday with the playing the tank that kills me thing. You know? But I won't be here on Friday most likely. So probably no stream on this Friday. Because I'll be busy. my favorite. Yeah, it seems to do really well with people too. So I like it. It's funny. And I started always with the Tiger 131 previously, so I'll just probably keep doing that. I always start with the Tiger 131 because we're in tier 6 and, you know, it's a good tier to start. Hold on. How can I get a match here? And I wish these streams were just 4 people. I wish these streams were just 4 people too, but none of these 4 people would be you. The trauma dump like crazy, I know one will find out. I mean, you can do it you can do it in DMs if you need to. Don't think these numbers are accurate. Currently says there's a Wargaming Net EN/servers count. It says EU1 25,000, EU2 27,000, EU3 16,000, EU4 926. Funny. Page was last modified on 23rd December 2024. The numbers aren't static, though. Via history. History. It is good dang. 2018. Oh, it's just current numbers. God damn. I can't look at it. Oh, sure. Well, how about you just do it, man? Well, let me check. Are these accurate numbers currently? 26,800. No, they're not the same numbers. It says, well, EUC3. I'm on EUC3 and it says 11,1111 out of 26,700. EU3 it says here 15,800. So the numbers are wonky. And it says South America, there's 500 people. So I don't know about that. Sad. Sad. With my folder, I'm gonna save it anyway. By the way, in case you don't know, if you want to save a link, at least that's the way on Firefox. I don't know if it's probably the same on Google Chrome. Just open the file folder. Just open your Explorer. And then click on the lock next to the web address. And then just pull the lock into your Explorer window where you want to save the link. And it's going to copy the link and save it there. Random tech information that you might already have and might not. Stay have fun. Alright, well, it's the last game anyway, so good night. I mean, I don't know a lot of the shortcuts. Because my keyboard has G1 to G5. So I can make myself, and then it has M1 to M3, so I can make myself 15 different shortcuts. And then program the mouse buttons as well. Like my mouse buttons is like EX1, EX2, it's just forward and backward. Right? Hi Thunderblitz, welcome to the last battle of the stream. How you doing? Did they add that white outline to the minimap on this one, or... I don't think they changed anything. But... like, at least this minimap has a white outline, so it doesn't exactly blend into the rest of the map. But most of the minimaps just aren't even different from the background. Oh, we're gonna lose. This is sad. This is sad. I don't have a team, but I mean in tier 3 you expect to not have a team. But yeah, this is utter destruction. Sad. Sad day, fellas, sad day. I got some ram damage there. Damn, that's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate event. That's indeed an unfortunate event. Oh boy. There's only one left. One poor soul left alive. One poor soul on his own. Got smacked by Super BJ 2000. Yep. Yep, that's embarrassing. I'm surprised that 14 is still alive. Like, jeez, man. Man is having a last stand. He's 1v5 and he's alive. And Super BJ got another one. Damn. Gotta be a good BJ, I guess. Sad. Alright. We're not about a good BJ. That is true. That is indeed true. So, thank you very much for watching again today. I hope you had fun. Because I did. Definitely. Not because of Blitz, but because of the stream. So, I thank you all very much for watching, and until the next stream, which will be on next Tuesday, or maybe on Friday. I don't know. I'm not sure yet, but most likely I'm not going to be streaming on Friday. But most likely we'll be back next Tuesday, which is the 29th. Okay, fine. So, that said, as always, stay safe, don't die, goodbye.